Welcome to the final game of Miramar in tonight's PUBG EU Pro Scrims. Hello, everybody, and good evening. My name is Jorisar. We're back on Miramar for the final time now as 17 teams duke it out for supremacy. After all, crushing face to win game number 2. A very high kill win. Let's go ahead and see whether they can do that 2 games in a row. 5 to 11 o'clock plane path to start us off here then on our final time over the sandy skies. We will have no disagreements over in Al Azahar about vehicles and stuff. We can see that MTB Esports have come down here to the southern tip of the island. They're going to be just fine. Anybody else looking to hot drop? Snack update as well. I'm so delighted that so many people in chat A, understand Tim Tams, and B, appreciate that the Murray River salted caramel Tim Tams are the best, because they are. But I have had to put them away with 2 left because I really did want to have some another time and I didn't want to be out. I feel like that would be too bad. ABC, thinking about it, deciding against, trying to go for an all-out brawl, and it looks like it's actually going to be losing the church. BBL and Heroic managing to get away from each other. Everyone looking pretty relaxed. Someone in chat asking, what are mixed teams? So mixed teams are groups of players who aren't formally a team, but are happy to play with each other. And there are actually 4 different mixed teams, I believe, in this lobby. Is it 3 or 4? But we've got Needex's mixed team. We've got He-Man's mixed team. We've got Wox's mixed team. And we've got Marcy's mixed team. So it's 4 in this lobby. So they don't really have team names and they don't have team logos. And the composition of that team could change every week. But they are here still playing competitively, just with less competitive experience as a group compared to some of these other teams in the lobby. Circle has popped, potentially getting a bit of variety here. It's centering on the northern side of Los Leones. We have had game number 1 end to the east of Los Leones. So we could see a repeat of that. I'm hoping that we do not, and we get a good amount of variety in tonight's games. I think that's certainly possible. I'm looking for the drama, guys. The drama's not happening. The biggest drama at the moment is... You know what? There aren't even people in chat saying, like, penguins are better than Tim Tams or some other wrong opinion. There's no drama. Tonight's just lovely. You're all lovely people. These players are lovely players. Everyone's behaving themselves. We're getting some good, honest PUBG. No dramas, guys. No dramas. 3.5 minute mark. Are we going to see some early rotations? BBL looking like they're all hopping in. Yes, no, yes. A little bit of loot swapping by the looks of things. Thunderloss saying, I'm going to drive. All right, let's go. Not that early. It's not that early, if we're being perfectly honest. Anyone else in vehicle? Savem. Getting fairly close to center of the circle earlier. Couple of gunshots ringing out, but not too many. I think that's Mur from BBL. But Savem are happy to hold the north side of the road just fine. You're not pushing into this, surely. I think BBL are asking themselves the question, is it just one player there or have the whole squad pushed in? And I think Mur has told them the whole squad's pushed in. They've got, okay, let's not go crazy. Let's just group up and make sure we're doing sensible things, which is fair enough. What else have we got here? Los Leones teams are obviously going to stay in. MTB are moving up via the southern side. BBL now opting. Look at this. They're disengaging from Sarvim and choosing to go into instead these warehouse compounds to the west of Los Leones instead. So, and it's actually going to, they're actually going to do that as a 2-2 split. So that's interesting. After all, very happy to stay in this location off to the east. 1, they've got all the points in the world already. They're fine. 2, they've got a Groza coming their way. Ainin will be able to grab that. No problems whatsoever. Is that Nixie? It is Nixie. With the knock onto Honor there. A little bit out in the open as well. Thendalos is going to have a tricky time getting to within spitting distance of Honor. The smoke should allow him to do it. But they're going to have to use a reasonable amount of their utility to get this back up. Honor has to retreat to what will hopefully be the comfort of the concrete compound. Just behind a bus or in the crates is less than ideal, that's for sure. They want the point. They're not going to get it, at least not yet. Voldemort out. Why is Voldemort all the way up there? That must have been a scout. That's got to have been a scout. Unfortunate for Sarvim Esports. Oh no. Honor's down again. In what I hopefully will be able to say is a much more defensible position. Yes. Okay, we're good. So despite it being second knock, we're not going to have to use any smokes to get him up. BBL survive. But this 2-2 split is coming under a lot of pressure, and Mur and ABC haven't decided to move over there yet. So bear that in mind. Question mark Ghetto Gang. Still in Narnia. Oh god, room for improvement. Definitely are. They're in the blue. Most other squads now in or around it, with TOA being one of the last to get in from the west side of the circle. Mercurial have a lot of room to play with. After all, remember, they're relatively early. We have Needex's mixed team and the Woo. They split Los Leones at the start of the game. MTB don't look like they're being any more aggressive than just taking this quadrant here south of the road, which is fine. BBL were the ones trying to stretch for a bit of room. And Honor got knocked twice for it. Uh-oh. He-Man in a little bit of trouble. Looks like he just about got away there. I love how his in-game name is He-Man, He-Man. I appreciate that. For those of you wondering, ES Test PLH02, the player we're looking at now is Feinotto. He's on this account and has to be named this because he's hosting the scrims. So this is Feinotto playing with Iroh, He-Man, and Seong. The mixed teams today doing a reasonably good job, I have to say. Occupying some lovely points-paying positions. Uh-oh. Ghetto Gang do not want to let this go against Wades. He took one look down the sights and went, actually, we could be in trouble here. He's moving back, other side of the shack. Ghetto Gang are properly pushing in. 6-9 have spotted them, though. And he's going to be telling Wades that, hang on a second. They've turned around. They're moving away. Should be safe for now. Wades will live to fight another day. Rupture finding a couple of targets by the looks of things. Let's have a look. That is an angle. That's an angle onto Jam. Wow, okay. Nothing will come of it, but a little bit dirty from MTB. No harm done, though. Next circle has popped. We'll wait and see what happens here. Still north of Los Leones. Not too much has changed. Awfully sensible stuff. almost every team already in circle as well. So this could end up being quite a quiet one. Oh, don't know what happened there. Question mark, potentially moving in towards where TOA were. Celtic getting away in a vehicle. Conceding the position. What's the point of fighting for it if it's not in the next zone anyway? So we're instead going to be moving significantly further in. Feinoto going up to join Xiong. The rest of BBL now having to collapse a little bit. Mur and ABC, remember, were the two that went further up north. They're still holding this 2-2 split. I wonder if they're going to go and join Thenderlost in the brick compound. Or are they going to take this one here? It looks like they're taking this one and maintaining that 2-2 split for now. So BBL occupying a reasonable amount of area in the center of the zone. The two gray teams are busy at it at the moment. Win or die and room for improvement. Having a go at each other on the northern edge. Room for improvement are the ones being gate kept right now. Daz is coming up to this position where Laosh actually has the high ground. Oh, I don't know about getting out there, Daz. I would have kept driving beyond the next ridge. This is dangerous. Very dangerous indeed. Laosh gets the wheel. I think he's going to probably survive this because there are so many other players within close proximity, but should have really kept driving a little bit. Sometimes the cautious play leads to more danger, but everyone seems to get away fine, at least for now. Room for improvement will be moving further west. They might then have to deal with Woxez later on in the game. Oh, Toa. Oh dear, that's okay. We won't talk about that. Don't worry about it. So because phase 2 encompassed most of phase 1 and pretty much everyone was already in zone, there's honestly not going to be that much to talk about here, other than whether room for improvement will actually make it in. 3 wheels and a car that would blow up if you farted on it. But Senex is making his way fine. Well, fine with a massive asterisk next to it. But look, he's alive, right? What more can you expect? Senex is showing us what Aussie grit looks like. Don't worry about it. It's just a scratch. We got this. We got this. And he successfully rejoins the rest of his team. Good effort from RFI. Very, very good effort indeed. Mete in the blue. Perhaps not loving life right now. Looking like he got sniped at quite a bit from question mark. Needs to think of an eventual way in. Oh my. 3 members of TOA down from a doozy. Actually, 1 from a frag grenade, 1 from the SLR, and 1 from the barrel. So a doozy killed 3 different players 3 different ways there. And Mete watched and went, you know what? Might get in the car and go a different way, guys. Ghetto gang! How are they all still alive? Sancho. So close to going down there. And they just about managed to survive to get into these concretes. But I'll tell you what, those vehicles will not survive any longer. Where's phase 4 going? Let's find out. Are we going into Los Leones for an urban ending? I think we are. Might not need the vehicles if it stays urban like this. So into phase 3, Mercurial properly into Los Leones now. The Wu just north. Win or die and room for improvement are scrapping on the north side of Los Leones. It's going to do neither team any good. Marcy moving in. RFI trying to disengage now. Look. This is good. I think they've recognized the longer they stay fighting here, the more both teams are just going to get absolutely wrecked. Cove has picked up Guzyara. I would run towards Guzyara if I were you. Are they going to try and hunt him down? I think they are. There's a truck there. He has to get out of dodge. Should be able to. Win or die now finally forced to disengage after ult on the east side. Mete, who watched through his scope as a doozy, dismantled the rest of his team. Now casually driving in phase 4 and still getting shot at. This is 3 damage a second and he's still getting shot at, by the way. Needs to heal now. And Heroic are basically going to gatekeep the hell out of him unless he goes back. He hears the vehicles. He needs to cut in now. He can't continue rotating this direction. He's going to do it anyway, and I don't think this is going to be healthy for him. Phase 4 properly into Los Leones, by the way. Clown Fiesta incoming. This is going to be gross. It's going to be a fun finish. I'm not going to lie, guys. It's going to be a very, very fun finish. But, jeez. Sheesh. Win or die. Taking shots at Sava. Might be able to get the vehicle. Never mind. Room for improvement here. Third partying. These two teams still going at it. At least they're in now. Pardon me. Win or die actually leapfrogging RFI. All 4 are alive, but they're properly on the edge of the zone. So they're going to come in a little bit late. Everyone's scrambling to get into Los Leones now that we have an urban finish confirmed. The Woo. Yes. I love this. I absolutely love this. Oh, Noik, though. Getting fuzz face. The Woo need to be able to provide cover from up top there. Noik should be visible from the top of the construction site, honestly. Yes, he is. Intense has a go. Just letting them know that he's present. And that's a long-range smoke if I've ever seen one. That's probably the furthest in the game I've seen someone throw a smoke in a very long time, because once you take the verticality into consideration, I think that's reasonable. Marcy is possibly going down here. There is no way that back to lobby is getting revived there, which means it is a full-on fight against Panathinaikos. And this is what the situation looks like. Max, Aim Frost, Pydaros, and Burger all pushing in towards Fragger. Smoke grenades allowing him to retreat back into this brick building. Marcy's going to get revived, which means they're back up to a trio. Back to lobby. They're going to bleed out. Absolutely no way to get someone back that's that far gone. He-Man mix. Up against BBL. Mur is down. And Onur is down as well for the 3rd time this game. I don't think he's getting revived. Seong will put paid to that. ABC and Thendalos left for BBL. As He-Man's mixed team, with everybody still alive, now starts to close into their position. They're looking pretty good, guys, I have to say. Not bad at all. The footsteps can be heard. Thendalos with the, what I would call the ambitious nade. Oh, that 3rd one's good. That 3rd one's very good. It's like a mortar. Yeah, Thendalos might need to start pushing out very soon. 4 flashbangs into no push. Very defensive now from Thendalos. He's used his lot. He managed to get a knock. But that delayed them. It didn't weaken them. And there's definitely now a question of what next. They're moving back. They've decided not to engage. Fender lost an ABC. Live to fight another day, and that's because Phase 5 is going north. So He-Man's squad are instead going to be gatekeepers. In the meantime, Mercurial and Heroic going at a Team Liquid reunion here. Gemty James. Ibby, Fuzzface in the vicinity. Absolutely everyone. Paige and BB next to each other as well. There's Fuzzface. This really is a reunion of sorts. What's going on? Door getting closed. Timeout. Let's heal. James, the last player left for Heroic. Shotgun Templar has a DBES. We all know what that can do. Is he going to come out to play? James patiently waiting, saying, I'm ready for the shotgun. But who's going to pull the trigger first? Who's going to open the door? Fuzz looks fairly content to stay here, if I'm being perfectly honest. Further atop, a lot of shots, but is this Nedex mix? It is indeed a doozy. Has been not really good. Nade so close to hitting the window there, and if that went through, Nedex would have had to take massive evasive action. These guys are just outside, by the way, of the next zone. Hello, Sanpai is trying to crawl and should be able to get picked up and carried in if he's quick. Never mind, Faultlessly goes down as well. And Phil first can't make his way into the window. A doozy now getting trapped outside. Question mark eliminated by Nedex. The Woo. High on the construction site. It's not good for much longer because this circle has gone north. Wok says instead we'll be in pole position. He-Man's squad in a much, much better place than before. Nedex and MTB more or less on top of each other. Are they actually on top of each other? They are. Squeeze underneath. Who else is there? CTR is there too. So Nedex, who have managed to pick up so many kills, are going to have to do an awful lot of work now to get into zone. And look at this. The Woo, not in zone. Mercurial, not in zone, although Paige is the only player left. And holding the top of this 5-stack is a brutal place to try and push up. Ghetto Gang against He-Man. Over on the west side of the circle. That is a fantastic nade onto Feynotto, but Givid will be able to grab that. Will the follow-up actually get him? That bounced about 3 times off the box sim. I don't actually know what happened there. Something physics. Something impressive. Whatever it was for science. After all, now struggling to defend against Sarvam as they come through the concrete compounds into the next zone. They're going to actually end up being more or less on top of Panathinaikos, but they've got After All behind them as well. Hibako down to... Oh, he's not down to bandages. He's just healing a little bit of health. Okay. He's actually behind Sarvam right now. I wonder what they're going to do next. They've got the Org too. The Org only works if you can see them. Never mind. The grenade will actually stop them before Hibaku can even make it there. So that's Sarvam eliminated. He-Man's mixed team also eliminated by Ghetto Gang on the west side. They're going to be a little disappointed with that because their rotation was actually really good. So it's a pity for them that they couldn't get some more points out of this game. Still 11 left alive at the 24.5-minute mark. And it's because we have an urban ending here in match number 3. Panathinaikos. Good defensive position, 2 o'clock position in phase 6 and doing reasonably well so far. Room for improvement, getting one from afar, and I think Hibako will know that Berger close to him is the one that went down. That's going to allow After All a little bit of sneaking ability as he tries to come in alongside Wee. Does he know where Paidaros is? That's the question. And I'm not sure. Legit not sure. Circles like this tend to be messy. Prorix gets Wee. Oh, and unfortunately, the multiple angles mean that after all are eliminated. Prorix really good, telling his teammate exactly where Hibako was. Made sure to hide behind the pillar long enough for him to waste his ammo. Allow your teammate to get the angle on him. Beautiful stuff. Clean, crisp, no questions asked. Mete finally going down to Fragger as well. He's actually survived an impressive amount of time. Sadly, that means he's out in 9th place and just outside of the placement points as well. Room for improvement once again. Within shouting distance of win or die. And these guys have been at each other's throats all game long. Being very careful not to take those steps, but they are going to be coming in sooner rather than later. Win or die, therefore. Take the option to exit. Woxes has spotted them. And now they are so open to the east. Oh my god. This can't be good. They are so open. Marcy and Panathinaikos are so close to them. Daz has spotted them for room for improvement as well. Win or die are now being put into their namesake position, not gonna lie. Luckily, the third party is real elsewhere as well. Daz down, not out, trying to crawl to safety. More smokes coming down, room for improvement. Need to find a way to get in. Wok says, by the way, has driven in. Loses one en route to Blue Star. Or pardon me, to 6-9 rather. Blue Star's the one that went down. And the DBS will dispatch Ghetto Gang for the woo. Only Blazor left. That's Ghetto Gang eliminated in 8th place. Fuzzface with the DBS, just so unbelievably scary. And they are wrecking the southwestern portion of the circle right now. Room for improvement, still taking it slow. Win or die have gone straight center circle. They've decided, you know what, we're not going to follow. We're going to play our own game. Going via the blue zone in here. Very risky move for room for improvement. I don't think it's paid off. Kova and Senix down as well. Hydaros has got to be wondering what's going on. It was the unexpected move, but it wasn't a high percentage move, unfortunately. And room for improvement are going to be left licking their wounds there. A little bit of a miscalculation. Marbo also going to struggle to get to Senix. Doesn't really want to be tanking that much damage to come around the corner, especially when someone might be watching. But if he's stuck here, then win or die and potentially the woo have got at him as well. This is not good. Coming into phase 8, I think Senix is now a lost cause. Win or die finally go out. I mean, how's that, by the way? On the top floor here. Can we talk about fantastic utility usage? Win or die are absolutely cooked. Box has left no room for doubt there. 6 teams left alive. ABC, the sole representative of BBL Esports. Off to the west of the circle. And extremely alone right now. As we wait to see if he gets a member of Roxas within his sights. If you're ABC right now, this is like some of the most tense PUBG can get sometimes. In the vehicles properly sneaking by. Panathinaikos eliminated. And would you look at that? 2 of the last 4 teams are the mixed teams. They're doing very well. Woxes and Marcy this time. The footsteps have given him away though. ABC couldn't hold it together for long. And Nixie will be able to get that kill. We're down to our final 3. We have the Woo, we have Marcy's mix, and we have Woxes mix as well. This is phase 9. And this is where phase 9 is going to be ending. Right here. So Woxes definitely have the advantage. Molotov aiming for Nixie and Fuzzface. Can he bounce this grenade off the tree? If he could bounce it off the tree. Oh, if that bounced off the tree, that might have been a double kill. So unbelievably close as it stands. Nixie manages to get Fuzzface up, and it looks like he's going to get the heal as well. If that grenade bounced off that tree, we would be in a very, very different ball game right now. The Fragger gets Ibby. Now the whole of the Woo are effectively focusing on them. Problem is, it is a three-way fight, and it's not just one opponent you're having to deal with. Marcy and Woxez now having that disagreement. Give it managing to get the opening knock there onto Marcy himself. Just Prorix and Fragger left, so it's a 2v3 in this situation. As the Woo now are getting forced out. Fragger kind of has to keep this position because he knows that he can stop the Woo from getting much closer. But he also knows exactly where Woxez are, and that makes it tough. Good angle there, allows him to take the knock versus Give It. Still got about 20 seconds or so before this becomes critical. More smokes for Marcy to move in. At this rate, it's whoever moves last. Fuzzface with the speculative DBS shots. 3 of the most dangerous words in the PUBG alphabet. Fragger looking for the flank. Can't find it. Never mind. Yes, he can. That's 2 knocks there. Really good stuff. You could see how active he was being with his movement. You could see exactly what he wanted to do there. Now Ibby and Nixie have no idea he's here. Nixie almost going down. He does indeed. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. And Marcy's mixed team with 11 kills are going to win match number 3. Our final game on Miramar. The Woo will come in second place with 10 kills. And Woxez will be in third with 4.